Hello and welcome back to my 7th episode in my now year-long endeavor to watch every single Dimension 20 show. I've covered all of these in the past, and now I am covering Mentopolis. If I'm being 100% honest, I didn't think it was going to take me a year to get through 7 of them, and I am mostly through Burrow's End, and I'm really looking forward to Fantasy High Junior Year, but oh my god, do these take a while to get through. It's certainly not a complaint though, especially not about Mentopolis. Yes, Mentopolis might be a shorter 6 episodes, just over 12 hours to get through, but I thoroughly enjoyed every single one of those hours that I spent just glued to my TV watching this. And I cannot wait to convince you to watch this, or if you have seen it and you're just looking at another person to gush about how great it is, you have definitely came to the right place. Now, Mentopolis is the 19th season of Dimension 20, and it's a side quest, like I said, 6 episodes long, amazing cast of characters, and it is basically noir inside out. In fact, if you go on to the Dimension 20 wiki, it is in the genre of noirified inside out. We follow our 6 main characters as they are inside the brain, an inside out emotion-like scenario where they are controlling the character of Elias Hodge, the big guy as they refer to him, in a day in his life, a particularly bad day in fact. Because in this day of Elias Hodge, not only does he jump out a window to safety after getting his life threatened by his boss, he then gets brainwashed, shits his pants on the road, swings into the same building, crashes through, punches out his boss, and runs to freedom and secures a date.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
But inside the mind of Elias Hodge is a 1900s noir-type flick, smoke-filled streets and gangsters and speakeasies and coppers, and they all talk like Mike Trapp in this next clip, and I'm not going to attempt it because I won't nail it.
Stacy fake name, huh? You know, is that at all related to Joanna fake name?
So what if it is?
Well, I'll tell you so what if it is. There ain't no one named Joanna fake name.
You got me.
Case closed.
But beyond this being a very cool noir-style setting, everything, of course, because it's Brennan, and we've seen him make puns on food and meat and candy and what have you in A Crown of Candy, everything in here, down to people's names and locations, are puns. Like the diner they go to is Nostalgia's, and you don't order food, you order a feeling that brings you back to a certain time.
Yeah, can I get the experience of tasting a root beer float for the first time?
Points up at that exact thing written big on the menu. It's like the first thing.
Yeah, we can do that. That's exactly right.
Don't you have anything new?
Look, Ms. Pulse, you come to Nostalgia's all the time. We only serve things we already like.
But if you look at the map of Mentopolis, you know, the college is Hippocampus. The motor function is called Motor City, much like Detroit. And every single location and every single person we talk to is exactly in this way. But they also represent the pun that he is talking about. Like if we move on to the characters real quick, and I'll go more in depth about the characters and the people, but their names are some of the best parts about this. Gotta get on my glasses because I'm blind. You have Hank Green as the Fix. Now, that is not a pun in and of itself, but one of the best characters. I'm gonna get to him. Siobhan Thompson as Imelda Pulse or Impulse. Freddie Wong as Dan Fucks. Again, not a pun, but it is certainly what he does. Danielle Radford is Anastasia Tension. Mike Trapp is Hunch Curio. You know, he's got a hunch. He's curious. He's an investigator. Alex Song Xia, I apologize if I'm butchering that, as Conrad Shintz or Conscience. But then, you know, you have the minor characters like Leon Logic or Fanny Farnsworth, Max Medulla, Pasha N, Stacy Fake Name. That one doesn't go into it, but Stacy Fake Name, that bit that stretches throughout this entirety of this season, is by far one of my favorite bits. Every single time that somebody gets asked what their name is, they go, Stacy Fake Name.
What's your name? It's nice to meet you.
Well, hello, it's nice to meet you as well. My name is, Stacy. Fake name.
Oh my God, are you related to Joanne?
I am related to Joanne. Fake name.
I love Joanne. She's one of my best friends. Hello and welcome to Sugars.
Hello. The name is Fake Name. Stacy Fake Name. I have a table in the back.
Miss Fake Name, of course, right this way. And sort of leads you over. Mr. Fox.
Yes, what is it?
Miss Fake Name is at her table.
Oh, which one, Joanna or Stacy?
Joanne said she was never coming back.
I expected not after last time.
Because of that, there's this reputation of a Stacy Fake Name being this like criminal that's going all over the city, doing all of these things. And then we find out that Stacy Fake Name is an actual person and she's an actual criminal. And because all these people in this world of Elias Hodge's brain have names that represent who they are, of course the criminal is named Stacy Fake Name. It's just a hilarious bit. But as far as Dimension 20 goes, this is, and I'm not exaggerating here, I've watched 7 seasons, I know who the cast is in every other season as well, but so far, this is my all-time favorite cast that we have gotten. Barring maybe the Intrepid Heroes, but for people outside of Dimension 20 that are coming in, that aren't normally here, that aren't the recurring cast of the Intrepid Heroes, far and away my favorite cast. So amazing, so incredibly stacked. I mean, the big name pull that we have here, that is, at least for me, that is a huge crossing of life loves, is Hank Green playing the Fix.
I'm the Fix, a manifestation of the system that allows for hyperfixation. Did you know that for every snake on Earth, there is one snake dick? You know, only half of snakes have dicks. And that means that every snake that has a dick has 2 dicks. And that's a true fact about our world.
Now, I have been a nerd fighter since 2008. I have been following the Vlogbrothers for 16 years. Hank Green and John Green have been massive influences on my life. I won't go into it too much. I have a video all about what they have done to affect my life. If you want to watch that, go check it out. That's not what you're here for. But Hank Green playing the Fix is such a role that I never thought I would see him play. You know, he always seems like a spellcaster, like a small, elusive, maybe rogue type. Maybe he plays like a sorcerer, but in this he just plays this big, burly man. But what really works about the Fix is most of the time he never actually hits anybody. He just intimidates them with facts, because the Fix's job in this world is to stop people from having distractions. So he knows all these tiny little facts that are distractions to Elias Hodge, the big guy. And people are just so intimidated by him and the facts that he spouts at people.
I understand. We all sometimes want to put our finger in the birthday cake. But you're never gonna do that.
That's right. I'm never gonna do that. I'm never gonna do that. And he straight up turns into mist.
But one of my favorite little aspects of that is when the Fix and Pasha Inn, like a librarian, flirt with each other by sending facts back and forth, and they get all hot and heavy. But it's very obvious, at least to me, that it's just Hank and Brennan finding a way to flirt with each other. Or maybe that's just a ridiculous headcanon of mine, but I don't know.
Did you know that woodpeckers have a tongue bone called a hyoid bone that wraps around their brain because the pounding into the tree can, of course, it needs to protect their brain from the impact of that powerful feeling of smashing into the wood of the tree to, devour their common meal items, which of course are grubs and larval insects.
I didn't know.
Can I do a snoop check to see how horny the Fix is?
Yeah, that's gonna be Snoop 1.
Great.
But then you have Siobhan Thompson in her first ever foray out into a side quest away from the Intrepid Heroes, I'm so excited to see her. She now has been in more. She just did Burrow's End, which, like I said, I am on the last couple episodes of that as well. But just a revelation in this.
My character is an impeccably dressed, mysterious woman. I'm being followed, Mr. Curio. I'm being followed by heaven knows who.
Her portrayal of Imelda Impulse is so fun because she's like a recognizable figure of a well-to-do family, but she's always giving into her impulses and she's twirling guns around and yada yada. It's so good. Then you have Freddie Wong, who has just an internet legend. I have not seen him in forever, but one of my absolute favorites in the past from like video game high school, and whatever that one video is that's popping in my head right now of him just playing the electric guitar and like magic stuff coming out.
It's a lovely guitar you got there. Yeah. Come here, guitar band.
awesome.
But he's so good in this as Dan Fox.
Dan Fox, the proprietor of the club, the purveyor of all pleasures, earthly and otherwise, spelled however you want.
I think we know how it's spelled.
In this world, Elias Hodge has not been allowed to have any fun. He's just purely been a working stiff trying to move up in his career. So Dan Fox runs a speakeasy that gives out like passion and serotonin and ecstasy, but it's illegal. So he's running like an illegal speakeasy, and these are like the drugs that he's distributing, and so fun. I love what he does with this character, and I like that to the bitter end, although a good guy, he's still looking out for himself all the way to the end. It's great how he keeps to the character in that way.
Fucks, we got self-loathing barely somewhere around here probably trying to take shit over. We got Elias running through the halls where people are trying to kill him, and you're trying to hatch a grand plan where Conrad plays dead so you can get rich.
I don't hate it.
You discern the matter precisely, my friend.
All right, sounds interesting.
We have Danielle Radford.
My character is a tension, a tough Scrabble reporter, a body.
Who I don't know all too well. I know her from Misfits and Magic, and she was fantastic in that, and she's equally as fantastic in this. Mike Trapp, who I was the most excited, aside from Hank Green, to see in this, because he was my absolute favorite part of Escape from the Blood Keep, who you probably know if you haven't seen that from Actually on Dropout. But his character of Soak Bar in Escape from the Blood Keep was a standout factor of that just had me laughing every single time he was on screen. And his character Hunch Curio.
I'm Detective Hunch Curio. If there's one thing I love, it's questions. If there's two things I love, it's money. And if there's three things I love, it's coffee.
A shitty private eye that somehow keeps getting things right is equally, if not more funny than Soak Bar, to the point where every time he's talking to somebody, he's just making their performance better. But even when he's by himself, just bumbling through everything, but somehow succeeding, it's phenomenal. And then another standout that we have from here is Alex Songsha. I have no idea if I'm saying that right. I'm going to call them Alex from now on.
Conrad Schintz, a small boy, kind of too small. Justin, you're my best friend.
Well, you're my best friend too, but we just tend to say it after something real sad.
Alex playing Conrad Schintz, or Conscience, who is a pivotal emotion that has been kept down because the big guy has been moving forward in this questionable career path, making decisions that require him to not have a conscience. So Conrad Schintz has just been laying low with his adorable best friend dog. It just kind of, moving the headlines of papers to the front as just like a minor, fuck you to the man. But, Conrad would never say fuck you, so not like that. And the relationship that Conrad and Dan Fox have is really, really good. The way they play off each other, and how Freddie Wong just fucking hates Alex's character. And then even when they become friendly, he's always insulting Conrad.
Mr. Fox, I don't suppose you've seen a young urchin hanging around here, have you? I saw him.
Who, Conrad, that little shit?
Conrad. Sure, that's probably
My
it.
mortal enemy. Well, how dare you invoke his little shitty name in my club?
Your mortal enemy is a child?
Yes.
Their overarching friendship or hate-ship through this is wonderful. Now, this is not based off of normal Dimension 20. This is still obviously tabletop RPG, but this is based on the Kids on Bike system, the same exact system that Misfits and Magic is based off, where they don't have any combat. Everything is based off of different polyhedral dice from D4 all the way up to D20, and you give yourself the larger die based on whatever stats you are best at, and the smaller die based on whatever stats you are worst at. And if you hit the max number on the die, it explodes and you get to roll it again. So sometimes you can have absolutely crazy plays like has happened in Misfits and Magic and also in this Mentopolis.
Oh, yes, with this D6. Let's see how far we get.
No.
Oh, Hank. Worry not.
Yeah, you just have to
I've
explode
got some
twice.
boxcars coming. Number 6.
Oh!
Okay, it explodes.
explode.
Gotta get to 14. Gotta get to 14.
It feels like craps. Everyone's rooting. Or what? Except I guess in craps, people are rooting for you.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for you.
Another 6.
No!
12.
Go, 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 go!
Okay, if you roll a 1, it's all for naught. A 2, this is
No,
box
if
of
he
doom.
rolls a
This is
one,
box
he's
of doom. Give me the box of doom over
Give me
here.
the box.
If you hit a 2, it's all different.
I'm not even. Oh, check my watch. My heart rate's not even.
You're doing.
No problem.
4, baby! Oh my God! All of you in the mist watch a fleet of gangsters shoot Dan Fuck's dick, and bullets ricochet in all directions.
It's so hard.
For roleplay and for smaller side quests like this, where maybe combat is not the most important aspect, it is a lot of fun. I do think that this would not have worked as well in just a standard Dungeons & Dragons 5e system. I do kind of, over the 12-hour span, miss the combat, but that's not to say that I don't see why Kids on Brooms isn't the better option for something like this. I'm just saying that I missed the combat. I missed the minis I would have loved to see, like the Fix mini compared to the Conrad Shintz mini. I thought that would be fun. But it does help the roleplay aspects of this. And every single one of these people, that is what stand out. The world building is phenomenal by Brennan. Everything has to be done in like a theater of the mind, as is said when talking about things in Dungeons & Dragons that don't have miniatures or maps. Every single moment of this, I can picture it perfectly. When Brennan is describing a testicle man, I'm picturing him in my head as just the most perfect testicle man. Maybe I should cut the part where I said perfect testicle man. We'll see what I decide when this comes out. In Misfits and Magic, which was only a few episodes, I had stated that I really wished it was a lot longer because I felt like there wasn't enough fleshing out. What's interesting about this is it's only 6 episodes, but I feel like maybe it could have been 5. Maybe with the Kids on Bikes play style, 5 episodes is kind of the sweet spot because it does get to a point where without the actual combat conflicts, it does start to feel like it all blends together. I'm not saying that it was bad by any means, but there are certainly episodes that I felt were difficult to sit through the entire thing. That being said, the story arc did move at a very brisk pace to where I wouldn't say I was bored at any point, because we were always moving from one cool set piece to the next cool set piece, and we were always meeting more interesting characters and getting, albeit small arcs, because it is 6 episodes of our heroes in this. But I do feel like it was maybe just like an episode too long, or maybe you should have had something more climactic in the beginning or towards the end. But that's just me. I still had an amazing time in this. I think this is one of the best side quests with the best lineup of people we've ever had in a side quest. I'd love to see Mike Trapp in more. It's amazing that Siobhan is doing other side quests like Burroughs, and if Hank Green ever comes back, I would love to see him play in a 5e setting in a longer side quest. That would be so fun. Alex and Freddie Wong, just phenomenal. It's so great to see Freddie again. And I've never heard of Alex before, but they are just really, really great. But that's all this time. Those are my thoughts on Mentopolis. I want to know what you think. I want to know if you agree with the fact that this is the best cast ever, or if you disagreed with anything I had to say. But up next on the docket for my Dimension 20 deep dives is Burrow's End. So I will see you then. But thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my other videos.